So the first guy who booked my car for a rental canceled basically 3 days before. Like, it was supposed to, his rental was supposed to start on December 27th, and he canceled. And then I get another guy, and he's supposed to pick up the car Thursday. And so now I filled it up, full tank of gas, and our current gas mileage is only 99 liters per 100 kilometers, which is excellent. And now proceeding to the car wash. I already cheated a little. I used my job because we have a power washer there, and I cleaned up the mats. Oh wow, it's busy today. There's a line up there. I'm gonna be here a while. Yeah, this one is for the right one is for the taco. Wait a second. Yeah, the nearest to me is drive-through for the taco time. And the one, holy moly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, 10 cars in front of me. This is probably gonna take like half an hour. I'm gonna burn a bunch of gas here. Because, yeah, of course, you know, idle, it shows 99 liters per 100 kilometers. But when you start driving, right away it starts dropping to like 10, you know, 7, 8, 5, I saw 4 liters per 100 kilometers. But it really doesn't like idling, and it does not like going through lights, you know, stop and go traffic. And so, yeah, this new guy booked it from Thursday, which is today's 24th, so 26th. He booked it from December 26th, I think, until January 4th. So I'm making like $650 gross, but I just spent, how much I spent? 165. No, that's not right. Yeah, the gas was, that's my prepayment, but the gas was about 120 because I was pretty much empty. It's a 90-liter tank, and the car took like 85 liters. I was really, you know, I already, before I pulled in, I had the, you know, warnings like low fuel, and I know it's 90-liter tank. So, and you see I have oh shoot, I have that garbage bag there, so I removed the mats. So the mats are in the trunk. They're clean, but except I still have to clean the one in the third row. I did not do that one because it's pretty big. It's like one piece but very long. And so, yeah, I gassed up, and so now I just want to clean the car and then park it. And so, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna go and just clean everything with my, you know, spray, and probably use my vacuum to vacuum everything and clean up, you know, like these spots over here, so which are dirty. And yeah, there's pieces of dirt. That's why I need to use a vacuum. But this guy texted me saying that he received a message from his bank saying that the payment to the rental company did not go through. And he says, Sergey, can you please try the payment again? I'm like, what? He said, I don't deal with payments. The rental company where you're renting this vehicle from deal with payments, right? Like, why are you texting me? So something is going on. Like, the first guy was, yeah, it was weird because the person who booked the car was like a woman with a different name, but then when it says principal driver, it was some guy named Hakim. No, I don't like this. Like, at least in this case, where the guy is supposed to pick it up Thursday, like no delivery, he just comes to my place, I meet him, I check his driver's license, I give him the key. So at least this guy, he's the one who booked this, and he's the principal driver. That's how it should be. Like I see his name, Earl, and the rental company says driver's license checked, credit rating checked, email address checked, because they need to have a working email address. That's how they communicate. But I have no idea how it works on the client's end, right? I'm what they call the host, and those guys actually are called guests. Pretty much the same as in Airbnb when they rent a home from somebody. So there's hosts, us owners of vehicles, and then there's guests, people that rent vehicles. And so yeah, today was the last day at work. We only worked from 8 to 1 instead of 6:45 to 4, but it was busy. Like I did the last pickup around 12:30, so by the time I unloaded, it was like 12:45. Another one bites the dust. Decided not to wait, but yeah, I have no choice. I have to wash the car because it's a bit dirty. But it's funny, like I just filled up. Of course I want to have the full tank of gas, but that's why I don't want to run the engine. And so yeah, today at work I did a bunch of stuff. I picked up one of those RT boom lifts, couple of scissor lifts, and then the most curious transaction was they sent me to Center Street and 16 Ave to pick up one of those man lifts. Like you have to push it. It's called push around man lift. I hate those. They're super heavy. They're prone to falling down because they're so tall. And basically they're electric. They have a little basket, and so it's like a scissor lift version for poor people. People that cannot afford a full-blown scissor lift, they rent this push around man lift, and they use their muscles to push it around, but then use the electricity to go up and down. So really a budget version of a scissor lift. And the thing is, I texted the guy. I was like 6 kilometers away where I picked up a scissor lift, like a normal scissor lift. And I look on the map, I'm like 6 kilometers away. So I try calling the guy, he's not answering. Okay, so I sent him a message. This is so-and-so. I'm coming to pick up your rental equipment, ETA. And I give him my ETA. No answer. Sometimes people text back. And I come there, and it's a mall. It's like a Chinese shopping center. And I walked around. I don't see our push around man lift anywhere. So I called the guy again. No answer. Voicemail. I called another number I found in the paperwork. No answer. Okay, I go walk some more. Then I come back. I call him again. Finally, somebody answers. And he says, oh yeah, it's that lucky Chinese, lucky dim sum. Lucky dim sum. And I said, is it a restaurant? He says, yes. He says, ask them and they will show you where the lift is. Okay, I go there. Nobody speaks freaking English. And it's not a restaurant, it's just like a kitchen. Like I open the door and there's people there making food. There's no sitting area. They just do this deep dim sum for takeouts, and deliveries. So I say, where's the man lift? Man lift goes up and down, a blue machine. They look at me like I'm from Mars, And then one lady points. I said, where are you pointing? Elevator. There's an elevator that goes to the second level. I said, is the machine there? She nods. Yeah, go. But doesn't say a word. Okay, I go to the second level. I walk around there, nothing there. I come back and I wanted to write a note, idiots, and put it on the door, but I thought, my company will not be happy, so okay. I call the guy again. He says, well, it's in storage, there should be a door there, you should see. I said, which side? West, east? He has no idea. Like a lot of people I find has issues with west and east. And so that's it. I said, I'm leaving. I'll be in here half an hour. So, you know, when you're ready, just let us know. We'll come pick it up. And he says, oh, but will I be charged for this? Because, of course, the machine is still on rent, technically. I said, well, I couldn't find the machine, but I'm just a driver. I'm going to talk to my dispatch, and you probably should call them, let them know. And then they gave me another machine to pick up on the way back. I pick up another small scissor lift, and then when I came back, my phone beeps, and there's a picture. There's a picture of that push-around man lift parked in the lobby now. Okay. So when I unload, I talk to my dispatcher. I say, okay, so we good to go now with this man lift? He says, yeah. So I show him the picture. He says, go. All right, so I go there, and I park right in front of it. I drop my bed. I use my winch. I roll that ugly thing out. I hook it up with the winch, drag it up, and it took me probably 15 minutes to get out because there's so many cars. You know, it's a super busy Chinese place on a Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve, right? If it's 24th, I'm not an expert. You know, I never celebrated Christmas in my entire life. Don't know what it is. Have no idea why Santa Claus have anything to do with Jesus Christ, but I'm getting a day off. So at least today we worked until 1, and then tomorrow I'm off, which is Wednesday. So I'm definitely gonna try to do Uber, see if there's any takers, and then Thursday I'm off. And Thursday this guy is supposed to pick up this Durango, but now I don't know. He said he had an issue with the payment. So we'll see. And then I think we are closed as well on December 31st and January 1st. So there's like lots of opportunities at this time to make some extra money with, you know, with Uber, Lyft. And also I was talking to a couple of people that want to do a photography session. One lady said they had 6 grown-ups and 10 kids and a dog, and how much I would charge for kind of like a family portrait session. And then another guy also wanted something, but I gave him the price and he disappeared. So I don't know, my quotes are pretty reasonable. I don't charge them, you know, like $1,000 for an hour. I gave him a pretty decent quote, but the guy disappeared, so we'll see. yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this renter. So far, oh wait, it's on my phone. Yeah, so far the last thing I heard from the guy was that his payment didn't go through, and could I please try again. So yeah, nothing here. Still says I have a trip planned. The car is booked starting at 11 a.m. on Thursday, and he's returning the car on 1 week later on Thursday, January 2nd at 1:30 p.m. which is a big mistake, because I'm pretty sure they're going to charge him for 1 extra day, because he picks up at 11 but returns at 1:30. But messages. Yeah, he said, hey Sergei, I just received a notification from my bank that charge attempt may have been declined. Sorry if it did not go through. Would you be able to charge again? So I said, it's not me. The rental company takes care of the payment. So, but anyway, so as you saw, I gassed up the car. I went through a car wash, which was not very good, because it took I don't know, maybe 40 minutes in the waiting line, and then it still did not clean it up very well. And then the roads were a bit wet, but that's the best I'm gonna do for now. And so yeah, I'm gonna clean up all the mats, and the seats are more or less clean, and then I'll check again tomorrow. But what's gonna happen tomorrow is that he's renting on Thursday at 11, which means that tomorrow at 11 it'll be 24 hours before the rental, and that's when all the noise starts. They send me a request for pictures, take pictures of the vehicle before the rental. Must be done 24 hours or less, you know, before the rental, so they know that the car was not damaged before, in case something happens after. And then also they will request the customer to send in a picture of his driver's license next to his face, make sure it's the same guy, make sure that the license is valid, and so that we have a record of it. And so yeah, and that's it. After that, this guy did not request delivery, so he's coming to my place to pick up the car. So I'm gonna meet him in person, give him the keys, and potentially, you know, do like a walk around if he's not familiar with the features of a Dodge Durango. Like, there's a couple of tricky ones, like how do you open the seats in the second row to get access to third row, and then, you know, how do you fold the seats? It's not complicated, but, you know, just maybe a couple of pointers. And then how do you start the heat, the seat heating on the first row and second row. And then the second row also has its own separate climate control on the ceiling. Like, I never saw it before on any other vehicle. Like, there's a lot of comfort in this car for the passengers in the first, and the driver in the first two rows. All right, so let's see how my videos are doing. Are we close to 400,000 views a month? I don't think so, but that's what I was getting, you know, when I was trucking. On average, every month I was getting close to 400,000 views. So now, in comparison, my channel gets analytics. My channel gets 78.5 thousand views. So it dropped by the factor of 5, right? It was 400, now it's roughly 80,000. So dropped 5 times, but I have 500% more added subscribers than 28 days ago, which is 8. So 8 new subscribers, but that's 500% more than in the previous 28 days, because I probably had like -1 or something, somebody unsubscribed. So estimated revenue $613. And my top video for some reason is still Calgary Uber Chronicles, dated December 1st, 2024, because it has 4,000 views. I don't know what's so special about that one, but yeah, so things are definitely much slower than when I was a trucker. So anyway, those are my news. So now I have 2 days to relax, and tomorrow I have to clean up my compass and guess it up and see if I can probably make I wanted to do Uber today, but decided to take a break, so I'll start tomorrow. Wednesday, and then Thursday. I think there's a bunch of games, like sports events happening in Calgary this week, so this might be a good time to do some Ubering.